Hi, my name is Frischmann. I'm a Pilates teacher from Los Angeles, and today we're going to be looking at the leg series on the Contrology spine corrector. So we're going to work on the leg series on the spine corrector. This is a fabulous series to do as an ending. It's really great for opening up the back, opening up the front line of the body. And we often use this series for people who can do inversion, who are, sort of in the intermediate level in the system, but for one reason or another, maybe the leg springs aren't the best choice for them, whether it's because of injury or they just need a little bit more freedom. It's really great for opening up the hip flexor. Again, like I said, opening up the front line of the body. You just need to make sure that your student is okay with inversion, and there are no issues with being upside down because we're going to be there for a while. So Rayleigh's going to actually sit on the top of the spine corrector. This is how we get in. She's going to be right in front of the apex of the curve. She's going to place one foot on the lip for support and stretch the other leg out. She's going to grab with the handles. Now for the first time, because this is a little bit scary for some students, I usually guide them down. She's going to round her back and roll back. There we go. And she's going to come all the way down. There. Knees come into the chest so she can get her back to conform to the curve of the barrel as much as possible. She may have to scoot herself forward. But the most important thing in this position is that she is where I want her balanced for any of the inversions, which means I want the bulk of her weight, I'm going to have her bring her knees out, across the broadest part of her shoulder girdle and balanced on the center of her head. Her neck should be open, she should be able to breathe freely, and she shouldn't have excess weight on the neck. So she's nice and balanced. So this is a great place to either teach or refine the understanding of where we need to be in an inversion exercise because we have the support of the barrel. When we work the handles, we want to make sure that we are pulling down, so we're pulling the shoulders down so we can get the support of the full back. From here, we're going to do just a set of simple frogs. So we're going to be heels together, toes apart. We're going to wrap through the seat. Rayleigh's just going to press out and then pull in. I'm going to have her press out a little bit lower, toes are relaxed, so that we get the center to work and we get the balance of the front and the back of the body. And pull in. And I want equal work on the in and the out. So it's as if we are working the leg springs. 2 more, please. So generally we do 5. Good. And bend your knees in. Good. Now from here, we're just going to relax everything. She's going to frog out again, and we're going to do leg circles. Now when we do circles, we always start open and then down together and up. It's a little bit less load. It requires a little less support from the center. And so it's a little bit safer. So in any of the circles that we do, we will always start out and then come down. We do 5. Good. And I want to make sure that the center stays lifted and then the back stays lengthened. And then we come in. Bend your knees in. I bend her in after every exercise just to release any tension that might have built up. It's not something that I necessarily have to do with all students, but it's good practice. So she frogs out again. And we're going to do walking. So when we walk the length of 1 foot. We're going to walk all the way down, wherever that is, whatever that range of motion is for the student. And then we're going to walk all the way up. Again, noticing, and walk down, that she really has to use her center, and she really has to open up through the front and use her seat to be able to support. Good, 1 more set. So generally 3 to 5 sets of 5 walks, 5 to 8 walks, and then bend in. Good. And then from here, we're going to move on to the inner thigh beats. So again, we're going to frog out because that sets us up for a really nice position. Relax your knees, good, so that we have that really long line in the body. Now for the inner thigh beats, I like to work both the inner and the outer thighs equally. So we're gonna think about pushing out with the outer thigh and pulling with the inner thigh. Good. So we're gonna do, for today we're gonna do 5. Generally I do a set of 10. And then you're gonna hold it. And then we're gonna go down a level, challenge the body. Now this is a more advanced option, but it's available. And then we're gonna hold it, and we're gonna go down one more level, scoop in. She's really working now. And hold it, bring it up, 5. That's okay. Sorry, surprise. That's it, good. And then you're gonna bend your knees and come all the way in. Okay, now we have 2 exercises at the end of this sequence. We have the high scissors and the bicycle. Now high scissors, bicycle, and then combined with the shoulder bridge is a way for us, you okay down there? Okay, is a way for us to introduce high scissors, bicycle, and the shoulder bridge that we would do on the mat later on. We have the advantage of having the support of the spine corrector here, and then when the student develops the strength to be able to lift up into that inversion position with support of the elbows, that's when we would move it onto the mat. So this is a really great introduction or progression into that more advanced sequence of exercises. This is also part of the legs series. All right, so the legs are gonna go up to the ceiling. Now there are 2 different versions of the scissors. This version that Jay Grimes teaches and the one that he teaches on the mat, we have one leg that stays reaching to the ceiling, so it doesn't work as a counterbalance, and the other leg is gonna stretch out. And we do a reach as it stretches out, and then we lift up and we switch. Good. So the top leg reaches to the ceiling. That, when we get to the mat, is going to help to lift the seat and the back up as we go. Good. One more set. And then we're going to come in. All right, knees are bent, toes are relaxed. Now we're going to come out for the bicycle. Now generally, if we did the scissors, we would move right into the bicycle, but we've been doing quite a bit of these, so we come in, so legs go up. Now for the bicycle, we're going to reach out. We do have a little bit of a counter reach there. We're going to bend the knee, we're going to brush, we're going to try and reach for the lip. We're going to bend in and come. Now we're going to be passing those legs through. So we're going to move as if we are on a bicycle and if we're pedaling. So we're going to pedal forward. And again, we generally do 3 sets in each direction. And then we're going to pedal in reverse. Good, keeping the center in, opening through the hip, lengthening through the quad, lengthening through the leg, working the seat. Good, all right, and then bend the knees. So that is the leg series on the spine corrector. Now, if we were going to end a sequence, or if we were going to use this as an ending to a session, we would probably start with the arm series. We would go to the leg series, and then we would relax the spine and move into the rest position. So we're going to do a little rolling in and out. So from here, we're going to move the knees over to one side, and we're just going to give the back a little stretch. We're going to come out. We're going to move the knees over to the other side and give it a little stretch. We're going to come out. We're going to increase the range of motion a little bit more. Oop, are you losing your barrel? Yep. Okay. We're going to readjust the barrel for a second. So roll up for a sec. We're going to pull that back under. Good. All right. So we're going to go over and out. Good. And then we go over. Just a little stretch to massage for the low back. And then we're going to move into some circles. So we're going to go over. We're going to go all the way out. We're going to circle around, and we're going to come in. And then we're going to reverse the circle. We're pulling that barrel in, using the back, using the shoulders. We're going to do 3 sets there. It's just a really lovely massage. Good way to relax the spine after all that heavy work. There we go. And then we're going to move into the rest position. So since we've been in inversion for a while, we want to make sure that we get everything reorganized. So we're going to push the barrel away. We're going to round the back. We're going to roll down. We're going to hang the knees over. We are going to relax the spine. I love this position. It relaxes the back, relaxes the center. It relaxes everything. Gives support for the knees. It gives a little bit of opening through the front line of the body. We can rest here. Now, again, if we have somebody with tension in the neck, or they live with like a little bit of that forward head posture, we can just put a pillow gently under the head. Bring your head up for a second. I'm going to be the pillow. And that will lift the head a little bit more into alignment, and it will take some of the stress and tension off the upper back and chest. All right, can I have my hand back? Thank you. And that's the leg series on the spine corrector.